A warm welcome to all of you, and with it the prospect of drama, delight and despair. John Champion here, and this, the voice of Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, John. Hello, everyone. Well, I hope you're looking forward to it as much as I am. This could be a real cracker.
So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, this guy, Luis Alberto, is someone who's a central piece to the attack. You'll see him often shift between central and attacking midfield, or he likes to cover wingers on occasion, where his expertise in making the most of tight spaces truly helps.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Away we go then. Looking to exploit the space. Hoofed away in a fairly no-nonsense fashion. Who can latch onto that? Knocks it through. Is picked out nicely. Losing his footing. Stoke are having a tough week. It is a crazy schedule for them.
Yeah, it's a tough spell, and guarding against...
Maybe now. Stoke have scored!
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Stoke are the first to strike.
Well, that goal has got the whole stadium rocking here. This is exactly the kind of atmosphere the players should feed off now.
Forward it goes.
It's a busy front line, lots of movement.
And is that working for you?
To be honest, I'm not a great fan of taking goal potential away from the penalty pucks.
Stoke are on a good run here at home, unbeaten in the last 5. Alberto. Stoke making the ideal start. It is something to build on.
Well, they've managed to get their noses in front early because they've been much quicker out of the stalls. They've set a height.
A foul, a fairly easy decision for the referee. That was always likely to be the outcome. Yellow card. The players clearly disagree, but they're getting little by way of sympathy. Stoke looking to make the most of this. Let's see what they can do. And a header. Well, that was really close. You get nothing for being close.
Oh, he couldn't have hit that any better, and any other time it would have sneaked in. That will encourage another try, though.
Stoke boast a very impressive defensive record of late. Tried to play it through.
Yeah, and the vision to get him through was all good, but the execution of the pass wasn't quite right. But importantly, he's holding his line until the very last moment, and that will pay off.
Oh, he wasn't taking any chances there. Hits it. Makes absolutely no mistake. 2 goals to the good, and they're set fair. He's a predator, all right.
Well, his goal instinct really came to the fore there. From the deflection, he was clinical with his reaction.
Stoke now lead by 2.
Well, at 1-0 this game was very much in the balance, but at 2-0 they ought to be able to defend this lead from here.
Cuts out what was really a sloppy pass. Referee on the spot, well positioned, dismisses the appeal, but I have to say those have been given. It's an opportunity, and they escape imminent danger. Oh, well claimed, very alert there. Showing some good skills, but ultimately unsuccessful. Looking to exploit the space. And that's put a stop to it. Good strong run down the right, now looking though for some support. Down the middle it goes. Oh, that's delightful. Good opportunity for a cross here. Plays it back. Shoots here. Too slow on the counter.
I think we've seen some great build-up play and possession from them in the early stages. They just need that equaliser now. Yeah, the defence had him exactly where they wanted him there. Didn't even give him the space or the room to turn. And I think if they can keep him facing the other way, then his threat becomes a much lesser issue.
With a big chance, drives it in. That's an admirable save.
Well, he generated the power and let the ball take on a mind of its own after that.
That's a foul, yes, confirmed by the referee. And we've reached half-time. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Stoke sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up. We're promptly into the second 45 minutes. Who can latch onto that? Good interception, just what they needed. Southampton have their manager to thank for the last result.
Well, you just can't argue with the substitutions. They were spot on, and the timing of each were perfect too. That sort of...
Up for that one. Oh, yet another goal. They have a 3-goal advantage, and that should be enough.
Stoke City are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
Stoke resume again, the score is 3-0. Knocks it through, well positioned to lead a breakaway. A chance to counter-attack here. A foul and a free kick's been given. Going to go a long way. Harwood bellies. It's been launched forward. Looking to exploit the space. And the ball's out of play.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. A warm ovation on his way off, and that is the least he deserves.
Look, you can only give your all, and he's delivered in that regard, and I think the manager has probably just spotted now a little tiredness creeping in, and, you know, if that's the case, then, you know, he's doing the right thing.
He's making good progress down the left.
Well, no doubt someone is being given special treatment here.
Yeah, and they've made him a clear target of their focus to keep him as quiet as they possibly can. Coventry.
A brilliant tackle to deny him.
Coventry. Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Showing some good skills, but ultimately unsuccessful. Played in accurately. That's good defending. Plays it towards the corner flag. And he'll drive it here. And it's a really well-taken goal. They're now back within two.
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
Have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Southampton show no signs at all of throwing in the towel. Good strength, just wrestled him off the ball. Is picked out nicely, well intercepted, saw the danger and got to it. Looking for his teammate. In towards the middle, and that's not getting through. Forward it goes, and now there's a platform for a counter-attack.
Almost nothing left on the clock here, so it is looking now like 12 points from 12.
Played long, thou shalt not pass seems to be the message. And they break away, and this is promising. Loses out physically. Silly tackle there, absolutely no need to go in for it. No surprise, it's a yellow card. That ball picked up by the keeper. And the whistle's gone, but it's for a foul. There will be 2 additional minutes to be added on. Hits the ball, and he scores! There's the benefit of pinpoint accuracy.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
Stoke now. So there it is, and that concludes today's contest.
Plenty of positives to take away from this game, I think, especially from the performance of the strikers. We saw some finishing of the very highest order. After all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Stoke City, I think when we look back at that, the early goal proved so decisive. You know, although they didn't go on to win by a big margin, I think scoring when they did just gave them that